How does your phone know you turned it sideways? Nobody's watching, there's no camera checking, and yet the screen flips in half a second, every single time. Try it right now. Turn your phone and the screen follows you. No button pressed, no eye looking back at you, which means something inside that phone just felt the move, not saw it, felt it. Here's what's actually in there. Deep inside your phone sits a chip smaller than an ant, and carved into that chip, carved like a sculpture, there is a tiny weight hanging on 4 microscopic springs, a real, physical weight on real, physical springs, so small you'd need a microscope to see them. Think of it as the world's smallest trampoline, with a little block resting in the middle, and that little weight has one boss, gravity. Gravity never turns off, and it always pulls straight down. Hold your phone upright, and the weight sags gently toward the bottom edge. Now turn the phone sideways, and the weight sags toward the new bottom, stretching some springs and squeezing others. It doesn't know what a screen is. It doesn't know what Instagram is. It just hangs there, being pulled, always pointing at the floor like the world's laziest compass. But a hanging weight is useless if nobody's watching it. And remember, there's no camera in there. So how does the chip see it? The weight carries a row of microscopic teeth, and those teeth slide between another row of fixed teeth, like 2 combs facing each other, never quite touching. When the weight sags, the teeth on one side get closer together, and the teeth on the other side pull apart, and the chip can feel that distance electrically, hundreds of times per second, without any light, without any eye. Close teeth, far teeth, that's the entire language. From those tiny distances, the chip calculates exactly where down is and tells the screen to follow. One of these sensors feels up and down. Your phone carries 3, set at right angles, 1 for each direction you can move. Put them together, and the phone knows precisely how it sits in space, which is why a racing game steers when you tilt and why the map rotates as you spin around looking lost. Lay the phone flat on a table, and the weight presses straight down into its base. That exact pattern is how your phone knows it's lying down and politely refuses to rotate anything. And this explains a small daily mystery. Why the screen betrays you in bed. You lie on your side, the phone turns with you, but gravity didn't turn. The little weight still points at the floor, the chip honestly reports, down is that way, and the screen flips exactly when you didn't want it to. The sensor isn't broken, it's working perfectly. It just answers to the planet, not to you. The same weight also feels the small bump of every step you take, which is how your phone counts your steps, without ever seeing your legs. Now, the part nobody expects. This sensor was not invented for phones. It was invented for car crashes. A crash is the most violent deceleration a chip will ever feel. The little weight slams against its springs, hard, in a few thousandths of a second. The chip feels that slam and fires the airbag before your body even finishes moving forward. That was the first big job of this technology, back in the early 90s, on a chip that cost about $5. The same trick that saves your life in a crash is the one that flips your screen. One version listens for a slam, the other listens for a gentle lean. So, one more time. How does your phone know you turned it sideways? Because a weight smaller than a grain of sand just leaned inside a chip, 2 rows of microscopic teeth measured the lean, and gravity, which never stops talking, told your phone exactly where the floor is. Nobody's watching you. Your phone is just very, very good at feeling which way is down.